Alright, I forgot to take the cover off. Well, anyway. Then we know it's a 600 watt power supply of some such. These little tabs right here, I think, I'm not sure. I think those probably have something to do with the power supply. So there's a LG 2011. This is a little thing here. This is supposed to be a built computer. iBuyPower kind of reminds me of the CyberPower computers. The same type of labels. There's a switch down in here too. I don't know about this thing. But anyway, get that back in there. So what I'm trying to do is, I took the cover off because I wanted to hook up the SATA. And then I'm going to need to pop my drive in it here in a little bit. I think there was some more stuff running off of that USB. Or maybe that has something to do with the LEDs. So we've got this here, which I'm not sure if that's going to a fan. Oh, that's a LED strip. Okay, so somebody undid that. So that's not hooked up. And there's another one. I don't know what the hell that is, but it ends right here. So there's an LED strip in there. So we need to find out where they had this one. There's a connector. Like I said, there's another connector down here. I think that when this was probably taken apart, they just decided to disconnect it all. Alright, I popped the video card back into it. I popped the hard drive into it. And let's see. We're going to plug it in here. Let me go ahead and put the camera on a tripod. Alright. I don't know anything about this thing. So basically, I don't hook it to the internet. That must have hit the freaking wall with this thing. I didn't even feel it. Well, look at that. There was supposed to be a remote control for the controller. There's a controller on the other side, and there's a sensor right here, an infrared sensor. So I would guess that they had some other kind of boot drive in here. Oh, never mind. I don't have any RAM in it. Okay. Let's go ahead and shut it off. Alright, I'm going to have to grab some RAM out of something else. God, I've got a couple of them, but I'm not sure which slots to use on this thing. Alright, so I pulled this out of my other machine. This is the Z370A Pro MSI board. I pulled it out of that. And I'm not sure. I was just looking at this thing. I don't know. I got this damn thing set up. This one's missing the screw too, for the M.2. I don't think this one has them either. And you wouldn't believe how much they want for the kit for those screws, and they're really small. Anyway, I got the Viper, a couple different ones.
none that are matched. So I'm going to start with the 32 gigabyte card. These are Patriot basically, but they don't say Patriot. So I just need to determine which socket I need to be using. Oh, another thing I was going to show you guys, I picked this thing up for $1.49. It's a little screwdriver. And see, somebody dropped it, so therefore we can't quite get the thing in there. I don't know. It's called a WOW stick. It's cool if you're working on computers all day, I think. I don't know that I would use it. I don't know if it works like a screwdriver when you don't have anything applied to it, like without power. I wonder if it like has a ratchet lock mechanism. So, we need to determine which slot to use. So I'm going to pull up my manual online. So they have really specific instructions. You have 4-channel technology, 44 lane, 28 lane CPU. Okay, so it says if you're going to install 2 modules, you will use DDR4 2, 1C, and 1D. If you want to use 4 modules, you'll use 1B, 1A, 1C, and 1D. Okay? And 6 modules, 1B, 1A, 2C, 1C, and 1D. And 8, you'll just put all 8 in there, which is strange. So I'm actually going to try and put 1 in it. I don't want to put 2 in it. I just want to see how it works. So, looks like 1C or 1D. But then if you're going to put 4 modules, you'd start with 1B. 1B and 1A. I don't know. Does it really matter? It's hard to say. Alright, so flashlight out here. It's telling me to use 1C and 1D. I don't have matching sticks, but I guess I could put both of these in here. Okay, there's 1C. Let's put the 32 in the 1C. And then do it out the other one in 1D. I'm just going to start it with 32. Let's see what happens. I forgot to turn the power supply off. Okay. It's quite possible this thing could be completely cooked. You never know. The keyboard just lit up. We're waiting for the monitor to do something. Oh, I made another mistake. I didn't plug the power into the monitor. Let me go ahead and shut this thing off. I'll give it a chance to try and turn itself off because it's probably posted. Yeah. Just hold it down. Off, 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 off. Okay. I don't know why, but I didn't think about it. I don't like the way they do video cards. There's, you know, some of them are so big. Right. And this one is bent on the bracket as well. I noticed it when I put it in there. Okay. I see blue light up here. Okay, we have the BIOS screen. Control S, delete. Okay, let's get into the menu here. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, so I want to know what's in the system. Wait, this is. I think I need a better mouse. What's am I? This is a goofy ass one. Boot priority. Let's see. Fast boot. Alright. Nothing there. Why is this not showing me what kind of... Oh, let's go to easy mode. There we go. Okay. An i7 7800. A 7800X. Would have thought it would have had something different. Memory 32. DIMM 1. Yeah, okay, so I got that in the right spot. Oh, no, I'm in DIMM 5. CPU temperature 30 Celsius. All right. We see we have a boot manager. Let's see if the date is correct. The date's correct. I don't know if the time is correct. I don't think the time's right. It's off by about 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay. What's classic? Oh yeah, I definitely don't want that. Okay. Save and exit. This mouse here, I don't know what's up with it. It drives me nuts. So F9 would be system information. Okay. I don't think there's anything on it. I think the other drive is just a blank drive for storage. Well, maybe not. Yeah, we got something. So I'll have to format this drive. I cannot believe anybody would install Windows on a 2 terabyte spinning drive. But they did. So I would say the computer probably works. It took a really, really, really long time to get into this thing. Just to get to here. Now, if I really wanted to, I could go and change the password and get into here. I don't want to know what's on this thing. I don't want to know. I could have nightmares for the rest of my life by looking at a hard drive when I should not. So, anyway. Yep. So, we're going to go and wipe this thing. And I'm going to put my boot drive in here. And I am definitely not going to install an operating system on this. That would not make any sense. Unless you boot your computer and never turn it off, don't require it to do anything super fast as far as accessing hard drive. But so let's get our drive in here. Boy, this thing's a mess. And first of all, I got to get this damn cover off of here. There's a cover over the power supply.
not really excited about this cover on here. I've never heard this wacky, weird crap that's playing in the background. Alright. God, this case is just junk. So, all these little screws and stuff, they're like all kind of grimy feeling when you undo them. And they do not feel right. This is just a really cheap made case. This computer reminds me of the CyberPower computer that I have. I don't really know that I want that there. I don't know what that is. Broken. Alright. Well, let me put the thing on it. Okay. I really, really don't care for that cover that's on here. I don't care for this case at all. However, with that cooler, the only other case that this is going to fit into, and this is for Jesse. You see this tower right here? That's the half case, the thermal take. Or Cooler Master, I'm sorry. You can see it's absolutely massive. It actually might be narrower than this case. It is. So this case is pretty big. I believe the other one is taller than it by about, or like that. Yes, so see right here, you can see the mark. That's where the case was. The other case was up against here. So the Cooler Master half case. And I think I will put this in that case because this case is junk. It's a cool idea, but all the screw holes are terrible. One of the legs down in the bottom over here is bent. It's just, it's super flimsy material. You know, you can wiggle it quite a bit. It's like this one right here. This one here, we look at the tag on the back of this. See this? CyberPower, FCC. Now wait till you see the back of this. I'm going to take a wild guess and say CyberPower either went out of business or changed their name to iBuyPower. And see, look at this. Boogered up. And it's just, it's too flimsy. It's not thick material. Now, usually with these, I can take them and smack them with a hammer, and I'll put a very nice square piece of steel behind them if I can clear it, and deal with it that way. I don't know what this is. Little thing here, cable holder. Something was supposed to be able to slide on the back, or just multiple fan sizes. Look at this, see? There's a mark right here. And a mark right here. There really isn't a mark there. So there was a fan here. And we get a lot of these like weird computers like that where all kinds of mystery things have been done to them. But
This is definitely a pre-built, assembled from tested components, assembled and tested in the USA. Complete system, not tested? Wait, how in the hell is that possible? So anyway, I think I see a mark right here and a mark right here. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say what they had going on here. Maybe it was one big, huge thing. Well, there's that one there, and there's that one there, and it shows signs of being mounted. But there is no fan. And these are the worst ones I've ever seen. They're designed to be retained, basically. Somebody had put them in there instead of there, and anyway, it's just all screwed up. Now this is one of my favorite cases. This thing is really nice. I just wish it was a little bigger. So we definitely could put that in that case. And I mean, this case, oh dude, the sheet metal on this thing is burly. And I mean, it's got these big, huge fans. Oh yeah, you know, Jesse, you're gonna like this one. So this is an 80 plus. It doesn't say bronze. I don't know what the difference is, but I have one that's an EVGA 80 something bronze. The people that said that the Thermaltake power supplies are junk. I don't know. I got one that were like, oh, that's a F tier. They said Smart Series 600 watt. Anyway, it's what it is. It was hiding underneath there, under that cover. I pulled the cover off of here. I mean, it is a cool idea. And what's stupid is they used thicker metal on this than they did on the rest of the case. They should have made the case out of metal that thick. Well, we got that out of there. We're going to add a fan back there if we keep this case. Power supply is sucking air from the bottom and blowing out the back, so that's okay. That's normal. I mean, if I want to hide the wiring down there, then that cover is kind of neat. But I don't know. I'd rather have less junk in the case. It had screws here like this, and then screws on the back. So it's a cool idea, but I really don't care for it. Just extra BS. And I want to look at a computer. I want to see the power supply. I don't want it hidden underneath something else. Yeah, Jesse said, oh, but that thing's got a massive power supply. Yeah, not really. It was impossible to tell what the hell was in this thing. So, this board is kind of a bummer compared to the last one we saw. Like, it doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi or anything like that. Even that little board that I have has all that. I don't know what generation this thing would be, because it's still 7th generation. Why does it have a different socket? That's questionable to me. I don't understand the socket. A 2066. And the other ones are 1151s. And so this is a 6700, or no, maybe it's a 7800. Maybe that's why. So when I get my drive in here, we'll be able to figure it out. What I'm just trying to do, there's not a lot of wires coming off this power supply. This is a really budget power supply, and I need to be able to power things. And I think they had it set up to where you could put your drive over here, but the wires won't go far enough. So this is just a crap power supply. So I'll be back when I get it wired up, because I can't do two things at once. All right, that was a pain. The wire management on this thing is hard to do, because the power supply and the location of things, and they only give you 2 leads coming off the power supply for SATA power. So this is a terrible power supply. Just not very versatile for something like this. You know, they cheaped out on the power supply. But because it's a ready-built thing, it's not surprising. They sold this thing, in my opinion, with a 2 terabyte spinning drive, which is a bad way to try and sell computers because everybody's going to be disappointed with the performance of it because it's going to take forever to boot. All right, so now we may or may not be able to get it to boot off of that drive without going into the setup first. It's not even the drive from that computer, so of course we're going to automatically have a problem. So we'll wait for the post. Okay, 12, boot menu. 12. Okay. I got Patriot drive. There we go. I had these guys on the radio drive me nuts. All right, well, reboot. You know, I'm really thinking of doing something about these lights. Let's see, there's a switch in here. I would think you would be able to turn the stupid thing off. Let's see. Go ahead and reboot this damn thing. What I don't want is for the lights to continually keep changing. It's probably trying to boot off the other drive. Maybe not. Because if it's my drive, it will have to do this. Slow. Okay. So it is my drive. Okay. Now we can get in here and actually see what the hell we're doing. Okay. System. Wait. I clicked the wrong one. Alright. I'm gonna go plug my Ethernet in. We can find it. There we go. Because this thing's gonna need a million updates. Alright. Let's go check for updates. While we're doing that, system. I need to adjust the resolution. I can't read this damn screen. Okay. Display settings. What I want is 1920 by 1080. Okay. There we go. All right, so I know it needs to download some stuff. Where was our system? Okay, so it's a 7800X. Okay. Let's go copy that. It's not giving me all my RAM, which is not normal, because I'm not using embedded graphics. Okay. Let's see. I just want to pull up the specs on this. Come on, man. This thing's trying to do a million things. All right, so it is supposedly it's an X series processor, formerly Skylake. 4 gigahertz or turbo. The base is 3.5. Thermal dissipation 140 watts. Launch date 2017. Into service life December 2023. Please note, this box does not include a fan or heatsink. It can handle up to 128 gigabytes of RAM, DDR4 2400, 4 channels. Okay, 4 channels. Wow, that's crazy. It's listing a 2066 socket, but I thought this said something else. Nope, 2066. Okay. Optane memory supported. Let's see. I don't see anything about the embedded graphics. I'm assuming it has it, but maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, it doesn't list it. I didn't look on the back of the thing. Oh, yeah. No embedded graphics. Okay. That's a new one for me. All right. All right, so we're gonna update it and restart it. We'll be back in a little bit. That was a pretty quick restart. I don't know. Well, just check. I'd find it pretty hard to believe it would be all current, but I don't know. No, it's downloading an update right now. So it's 76%. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. So I wonder, I guess all the 7 series Intels don't support embedded graphics or something? I mean, some kind of like a step backwards. I remember back in the day having boards that didn't have embedded graphics. Like the Core 2 Duos, some of those. I've got another
really old Gigabyte board actually, and that's how it is. I just thought it was a function of the board, but I guess in this case the board doesn't have it and the chip doesn't specify it. So an i7 7800 it doesn't appear to have any kind of. What we got here? It's doing something for the display usually when it does that. View optional updates. Going to be just drivers and things like that. Holy moly! What I don't understand. How come I can't just select all of them? It makes me literally come in here and check all of these. I don't want to check them all. There's a lot. You know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna hook up my other mouse too. I've got a gaming mouse, an MSI gaming mouse, if I can figure out what to do with it. Where did I put it? I don't even know where I put it now. That's not good. Not in there. Anyway, alright. I just feel like this mouse is maybe a little sluggish. I don't like having a corded mouse, but if it responds faster than this, it's also supposed to be weighted. I don't know what I do with it. I really don't. Get this damn thing here. It's like, should probably just put it back in there. Now that I put the cover on the back. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and try this. Good Lord. This thing's like ripped to shreds. So here it is there, the GM08 gaming mouse. All right. I'm pretty sure it's never been used. Oh wow. See these little things here. Where are you supposed to put those? Or you just take them out if you don't like them? That's what it looks like. 5 grams, 3 grams, 3 grams. And of course I'm left-handed, so a little goofy for me. So I don't know if I'm actually going to use it. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Because what we're going to do next is we're going to benchmark it. Oh yeah, I see how this thing works. So those weights stay in the bottom of it. I do like having the weight. All right. Well, just go ahead and hook it up. One good thing about a corded mouse is sometimes I have computers in places where it really blocks the signal, it seems like. Let's get this thing hooked up. Should be able to run both of them at the same time is what I'm thinking. But I might be wrong. Okay.
feels pretty nice. Yeah, you can use both of them at the same time. I'm going to turn the other one off. It's a little bit tricky for me because being left-handed and those little inside buttons. I don't really like using it right-handed. I would say not really any better. I don't know what that does. Whoa. It moves really slow. That's crazy. So apparently you can change how fast it moves. Okay. I like that. That's cool. Nice. So, okay, that's, so you want it really slow. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's got to be like the fastest. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 2, 3. All right. Cool. We're up to date. Yeah, this is nice. Much more responsive. The other mouse was just a little bit slow. All right. Oh, yeah, we got to configure in the video maybe. And I just saw the NVIDIA thing pop up. So, we're probably not going to notice any seat of the pants difference by watching this. So I'll be back when it's done and we'll let you know. I want to see this thing score over 6,000. That would be great. Oh man, this thing scored way higher than I thought it would. Wow. So this beats the 8th generation i5. Almost 8. 7931. So we have 6 cores and 12 threads. My 8400 I think has 4 cores and like 6 threads. So the 7800 beats the 8400 for sure. But also one's an i5, one's an i7. That's pretty damn good. I've never seen anything close to that. So, and that's just right out the box. With only a single stick of 32, I really could put that one in there. I don't think it would make no difference. But so technically, Cinebench R23 is supposed to really just test the processor. So that's pretty good. So really, I need to find like a game of some kind to like really test this thing. So the card being a 1060 is the best card I have. This is basically the best of the best that I have now. Like I've never had anything even remotely close to this. Like I usually have ones that post up numbers of like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, but not. I completely skipped 6 and almost went to 8. So that's pretty cool. So that's the iBuyPower Thermal Take i7 7800 single stick of that and an SSD. This didn't have an SSD in it. I really can't believe they would have sold this with just a 2 terabyte spinning drive. It's crazy.